And then also that I was thinking,
I'm gonna share my screen again. Hold tight.
and I was thinking that since I know that I am the Southeast person, I will be going out. But since we have other people, we have Anthony will be coming in. And so I guess we both could give brief welcomes. I could introduce him and kind of give an overview and have him to do an overview.
Okay.
You know, the two of us can do that. Okay, so that would be Betty and Anthony.
Okay, good.
Okay, and then we will have the roll call. And then we need to set, I don't know, we need to decide how we're going to do the roll call. You know, because last year it didn't go over so well. Well, you know, you could just say all the people from, you know, what each state could stand, but I don't know if we're going to have that much time. Okay, so the roll call, let's see, that was Midwest, and that was Tawana. Okay, so what about Warren? Warren is not. Well, so we could put Warren down as the roll call, okay? Ron Salmon.
Okay.
Okay, and then we have, we always have our president-elect to come and give greetings. And then we come down now to the best practices and report. And I know that on the slides, we had said 3 to 4 slides, but you know what? We're gonna have to cut that down too. Because if each one of us talk, we're not gonna have that much time. So even if you said 4 slides, you know,
how many minutes total per person? Because it's got an hour and a half. So we can only speak 3 to 5 minutes apiece.
Well, we're saying, I'm just saying 3 minutes, because you see, last year we didn't have enough time for the election. So we're going to leave at least 20, 25 minutes for the election.
I see.
So I'm thinking that we need to cut it down to, we said 3 to 4, we need to just say 3 slides.
Yeah, that'll work.
You see what I'm saying? And then what we could do is to put all of your information. But what I'm saying, the 3 or 4 slides, they can use as many slides. And this is another thing I wanted to share. They can use as many slides as they want, because we are thinking on the booklet, we would like to have at least 100 pages.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So if
they submit as many slides they want to, then I'll take those slides and make 3 or 4 slides myself to submit to you or whoever.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm just thinking too, I'm just thinking that we can just have it to roll and people can talk until the next one comes up. You see what I'm saying? So, because this is going to be a continuous, even though the first 3 would be part of the, and maybe you could help me on that. I'm just trying to feel, because we want everything, you know, we want, and Anthony, when you said they can turn in as many as they can, no, they cannot, because we don't want to go over 100 pages.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll work out a schedule on that. And so we can be able to just share with people, because with this same slide presentation, we want it to really roll during the affiliate night. Ron, is that what we said?
Yes, ma'am. It's going to be a video, actually. The slides are in the presentation is going to be turned into a video.
Okay, so what about the book? Because I'm asking them to send us the slides. I'm asking for slides. So I'm just wondering, how would the video work?
Well, you can turn any slide into a video. I believe the young lady was asking for it. She was going to share, we were going to share content with her, and she was just going to create the video that was going to run. You can use slides, you can use video, either one, to create the video that she was going to create. Now, I know that, you know, during the presentation, you're saying that you want them to use the slides, but I think that they can do both. We can get their slides or get their whatever they want to give to us to present in the video, but then they can use the slides to just do their little 3-minute report as well.
Well, I guess I'm wondering, because I really would like to have a committee really to take a look at everything that we see. And I guess I want to see that before we publish anything, because I know that last year, no, it wasn't last year, a year before then, we had someone that published something. And so it was the committee that didn't look at it. So I want to make sure, or we need to make sure, Anthony and I need to make sure of everything that's going to be on there. And I'm just wondering, how could we do that? Because I thought that if we had everyone to go ahead and submit the flyer, we wanted to make it easy for the affiliate leaders, because if we're asking them now to share with us, looking at the tenure, like some people have been here 20 years old, and then many of them have done a lot. So if they wanted to just show that, we're not asking them to go back and recreate slides, because they already have flyers and things. So if they could just put all of those together, and somebody needs to help me because I'm not all that tech savvy, but I do know.
If we make a Google Drive, and then, I don't mind being on the committee, but we make a Google Drive and we send that same Google Drive out to all the affiliate presidents and say, please, and then have different folders for the Northeast, Southeast, whatever. And then people can put their own folders in the drive with their slides or their artifacts. And then you can use that information to make the Grand Master slideshow, and then probably use that information also to make the booklet. But we need a central repository. So we
okay,
just,
okay.
Yeah. So I don't know, maybe Rhonda and I can get together and figure out a way to get on Google Slides.
Let's do that. There was also a young lady that was saying that she wanted to be a part of that. I'll have to go back and look at the minutes.
It's Nicole. It was
Nicole,
I think
yes. So maybe the three of us can get together and we can push that out in the next day or so, and just have them, give them a deadline of when the information needs to be turned in, and be clear and concise about what we accept.
That's it. That's all you gotta do. Just make sure the next time you have your monthly meeting is with the region, just everybody just share that Google Drive with all the region reps, and then people just start submitting stuff to that drive themselves, and then we can come back, like choose a deadline, then we curate as the committee.
Okay, so how would we see it before it's published? When would we see the whole thing before it's published?
You would have to have the final date, maybe like the end of September. How long does it take to get it published? That's number one.
I'm saying we've already given them a deadline of October the 1st. Okay, because I think that if we had everything from them by October the 1st, the printer will have time to put it together.
Oh yeah, so October 1st, and then you probably have to have the region reps go through it by the next week, October 8th, and then send it to the printer sometime after that, right?
Yeah, I have to call and see exactly what time do we have to have everything to them. And we're going to have to be very, very strict on the time limit. You know what I'm saying? And getting it to them, which means that we won't, because we just need to be on a time schedule for this, Okay, so anyway, so that's what we're doing. Anthony, I'll talk with you more about that, okay?
Okay, Anthony and Rhonda. Rhonda seems like she's very tech savvy, so we can get together and talk about it.
And also Nicole as well, Nicole. Okay, cool. Okay, so we'll do that, okay? So that's what we'll work on, okay? And we'll say that we will have the slides for the program. So are we saying that each one of the 3 slides that they submit, but these same 3 slides are going to be part of the other booklets too, right?
Mm-hmm. So this is my understanding. You let me know if I'm wrong. So for example, I send my letter out to all the reps. So let's say the president of the Fairfax one sends me 3 slides or 4 slides, and so does all the other presidents. That's gonna be like 30, 40 slides. Right. Then I, as the regional rep, take those 40 slides, condense them into 3 slides, and we present there at the meeting. Is that correct? Like all the presidents are not going to be presenting 3 minutes. It's just going to be the regional rep taking a basically a synopsis of all their presidents, and then so that'll be 3 slides that we'll present. but I thought we were gonna put together like a master slide deck of everything, and that's gonna be
Yeah, that's what
running
because
through
I'm
at the
only
affiliate
talking
night.
about that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And
So that's
but
two different slides.
okay,
So,
okay. Well, I'll understand it better, okay, later as we move
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Okay,
We'll get it together.
okay. And so another thing that I've been so impressed with the work that Anthony is doing in Fairbanks. And so he's going to really be taught. How much time do we have now? Because we want to make sure that we hear from Anthony. And what they are doing as far as we all should be doing the same thing, identical. And we have been working on this and we've been doing a great job, I think. Are we there?
I'm about to pull it up now.
Okay, great.
Pull it up.
And notice all of that. You got the legislation information there. You got
Yeah.
everything that affiliates should be working on in their areas. And so I wanted Anthony to he's been taking notes and things, from these meetings, and he has captured it very, very well. And I'm so impressed with what he's done. I wanted everybody to see it.
Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can pull it up. Can you see it on the screen? Maybe we can make it bigger.
Uh-huh.
And I sent it to everybody today. Basically, like Dr. Howard Grit said, is basically I've been taking notes, and I know there's a lot of information we want to share. So some of the things I wanted to kind of communicate was, we have an upcoming, I guess, workshop or session coming up this week. So I shared that information and put the link in the email. This is a loan forgiveness program that I want to go to, because I got to start doing my loan forgiveness paperwork
yes,
myself.
that was awesome. And so this is so important that we are all sharing, because what Anthony has, I've never even seen that before. All of us need that. So that's why we need to share so that we are all on top of things that's going on in the country.
Yeah, so that's the good thing about it. This stuff is just, you can just copy and paste and just send it out just like it is, and just add your stuff from your region perspective. And then next in there, I basically introduced, like Betty said, she had like 7 or 8 new affiliates. I just introduced my new affiliates in my region and added them to my to the email distribution list, so I can get that information out to them and reminded them to register for the conference, and that we're going to be needed to kind of work the conference. And then the next part is basically the bulleted list of all the things we were talking about, plus some more, because I wanted to get some updated information. So I just told them to send me an updated roster, because Dr. Atiba has been asking for that from us for the longest time. So I added that in there, and I just told them to include last year's roster. I need all the executive board information for each affiliate. And then I told them to prepare for what we're talking about now. And this is probably on that third bullet, is probably where I would put that Google Drive, Betty. So where it says, please send me a slide deck, I would, in the future communication, once we create it, I would just send out another email and say, either by slide or by artifact, dump your stuff into a folder on this Google Drive for that third bullet. And then we can go from there. So I think the next 2 bullets basically satisfies that drive.
Okay.
And this is the point of clarification I got from you last time, is you didn't want just stuff from last year. You wanted stuff because this is the 50th anniversary from the affiliate's history.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Yeah, so I made a point to have a separate bullet saying that, this is not just from last school year, but this is any information that you find important from your affiliate history, since it's the 50th anniversary. And then I also put in there, consider writing an article for NABSE, and I put the link in there below. And then I gave some more information about making sure the affiliate presidents push the national conference. In the future, I'll probably put in there they can use your ESSER funds to do so, and also ask them to register for the Black Tie Gala. And then I put a couple links in there for NABSE. I told them when our next meeting was going to be, so they are ready for that. And then, I put in the graphic for the, let me see if I can make it smaller. The graphic for the the loan forgiveness program. And then once you register for the conference, you can use this to advertise that you're registering. So you can put this on your social media, Instagram and Twitter. So this is something that Atiba can send out. This is basically that pitch, that one that I'm in. He'll send you a sort of a template, and you just plop your picture in there, and then you can put it on your social media.
Oh, that's a good idea. And Atiba will do that.
Yeah, there. I
Well, no.
have to go find it because I think
Okay.
it's on it's on the board doc somewhere. So if I
Right.
find it, I'll send it out myself. But if I can't find it, I'll ask Atiba to send it to me.
Okay. Okay. That's great.
Yeah. So
I
basically,
think
what I'll be
that
doing
is
is
awesome.
every couple weeks I'll send this out until November. You know, and as we get into more information, I'll just keep sending this out, and so hopefully nobody can say they don't know what's going on.
And so one other thing I was asking, is it okay for some of our new regional reps is to be able to use this, but then they can put their own information. I think I heard you say they could put their own information on one side, and everybody could really be sending this out to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think,
Yeah.
because I know that some of the other people are really, really busy, but I know this is our 50th anniversary, and I'm just calling on you guys now. You know, I know you're busy. Everybody's busy. My kids tell me all the time, Mom, people are working. Well, so am I. And I just organizing all of these affiliates. You can see how busy we've been here in North Carolina. And we also just are in the process of starting a teacher leadership program, working directly with our state superintendent. So we're really excited about that. So we've been really busy about that. Everybody's busy. But I'm just pleading with all of us to just give it your best shot, because this has to be a stellar program. And why can't we because I know that the tenure of the various affiliates is going to really be different. Like the affiliates that's just starting, they won't have that much, but they do have something. And I think it's wonderful for us to be able to feature everyone, and especially Texas. I think about Texas all the time. I've always said that if I started a North Carolina NABSE, which we have a very active one here, I always want to be like Texas. I think about Ed Klein and Elaine Bailey. They worked so hard, and that's where we got a lot of our ideas on the teacher program, because that's where they started back in the 70s with the teacher recognition program. And that's why Texas has more I don't know if you know this, but Texas has more affiliates than any other state, any other region. So we all need to be working on that, because right now during these difficult times, we need an affiliate in every city. But anyway, I think that's wonderful. And so let's just leave it open now. You have any more comments? But thank you so much, Anthony. That was awesome. Awesome. So any more comments? Any questions you want to ask Anthony? You want to ask any questions about the legislative piece? Because that's one of the things that
that legislative piece.
About.
Yeah, and they just had a meeting last week.
Yeah, we just had it last week. It was really wonderful, right? And so we all need to support each other because I know that last year when we had a series of equity and literacy and race and social justice workshops for the last 3 years, we sent it out to all the 6 regions, because we had people from all over the country that participated. So we want people to do the same thing. So just as you're growing in your area, we want all of our affiliates to grow. So that's great.
Yeah,
so
and then I'll tell you, this is my first time around, so I'm learning as I go. So I'm sure those of you who have been around longer than I have, give me some information, some guidance. So any support would be greatly appreciated.
And what I shared with Dr. King, I said, well, I would just share what I know, and I don't know what I would not be here with, and I would have not learned as much as I have, working with those past presidents. Oh my God, I've learned so much. And there's no way that I would have ever had an opportunity to serve on the National Blue Ribbon Panel. And that was done under Dr. Lewis Harris Jones. And so they have all left a legacy. And so this is our 50th year. I can't wait. And it's going to really be really, really great. So It is now 7:30, but are there any other thing? It got to be some other things that we need to talk about as well.
I think we need to plan the follow-up meeting that with the individuals that are going to be a part of the subcommittee to get the presentations together.
Okay.
Yeah, I can send you my cell phone number. I don't have my actual calendar with me, but if we can communicate through text, that'll work.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that would definitely work. We could just do it via text, and then that way we could share the information in an email or whatever after we decide what it's going to look like.
Okay. So when you say that, could you give me more information on that, Rhonda?
More information regarding
On the presenters? Oh, you
no,
mean
not the presenters, the presentations that we're creating for the meeting, the slides versus the
oh yeah, the
Google,
slides, right.
the Google Drive, etc. So we can make sure that we're all on the same page to
Right,
send the
absolutely,
information out with
absolutely.
line, etc. Or we could just decide it here. It's up to you all.
Well, but I think that we have given them, and Wanda, you did a fabulous job on the minutes the last time when we talk about the NABSE Big Six. And so this is something that we've been doing. I know that I've been doing this the last 20 years. It gives you an idea of what we should be focusing on in our communities. So, and that's one of the things that I'm going to put out in my region. I'm sharing with them that it needs to be, every person needs to have a legislative committee. So these are some of the things that we did to be focusing on. And so was that what you were talking about, Rhonda? The best practices and I guess each community would be different, but a lot of our kids, everybody needs to be doing something in their region on literacy and equity. Would you not agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. So
Yeah,
maybe
and
we
so
can have,
And I think that we talked about that being the guiding principles or the outline for which they'll be making their presentation. So we just need to get together and see how we're going to push that out for them. What are the slides? Do we want to send them those slides with those with the pillars there? Or do we want to, just have them dump everything in the Google Drive and we just put it all together? So I guess that's
yeah,
the
yeah. Well, you see, and the thing about it is that because you see the work that we're looking at now, though, is something that they've already done, and they could just go through. That might be one thing that we could say. What they could do is to go through and look at these pillars, what we have here, and pull out those things symbolizing, the work that they've done. I think that would work because what we don't want is them to think that they got to go back and recreate because what we're asking for, they've already done it. They just need to pull it together under these headings that we have said that we need to work on, and especially in early childhood education. Okay, so that's good. We can
question.
do that, and I'll talk to Rhonda and Anthony, and we'll have some better idea on what we're going to do on that. Okay.
And I got a question about the Philly at night. Are we planning to fit like a DJ and all that stuff?
Yeah.
I think I've asked before. Just
So
us?
the affiliate night is the DJ is going to be the same DJ that they are securing for the entire weekend. And so we are planning that as well. If you'd like to be a part of the committee for that, I can get your information and then invite you to our little subcommittee meeting. But
No, I'll be quiet then. I'll be quiet. No. No,
yeah,
thank you.
but we have the DJ. We have an outline of what it's going to be. There was someone that was reaching out trying to get a drum line, but worst case scenario, we have everything from last year, and they really enjoyed the African dress, and we'll do the little fashion show again. So we'll just probably do a quick repeat.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sounds
Okay.
good to me.
Okay, and then also I'm going to put out another little form too, and include just these things, because we really want, I had several calls last week. People have already started on their slides. And so they're asking, you know, what are some of the kinds of things? A couple of people have gotten great recognitions for their programs, and we're saying we want you to put everything in it. It's a highlight of all of the things that you've done. So I'm thinking that if we have, I'll put out something and then pass it around to all the regional reps to see if you want to add anything, okay? And that could just be the model that we'll use to send to everybody.
Okay, I'm gonna drop my phone number in the chat so that Anthony, you can have that to, you know, text. We can text back and forth regarding the drive, etc. The date,
Yeah.
the deadline.
Okay, cool.
Okay, because that's one thing I'm leaving up to you guys. Rhonda, that's one thing I'm leaving up to you guys. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Works for me.
Okay. So anyway, so is there anything else? Anything else? Any questions? Tawana? Why do we get that noise?
My phone.
Is it your phone or mine?
Yeah. Mine.
Okay. Well, anyway, I think that this is a great meeting, and I think we're on our way. Oh, let me just say another thing. We are supposed to have a Southeast breakfast, and we were hoping that everyone else would too. I think it's not final yet, but we have a vendor that's working with Latiba so that we could have a Southeast, but we could have everybody to come. You know what I'm saying? If there's some that are not having breakfasts, we invite those persons to join us. And we were hoping that we could have a speaker, but they're working on that now. That's not finalized yet. But one of the great things that I wanted to thank Rhonda for sending, we have the lady for Imagine Learning. So she's working with the state affiliates. And so she's going to be helping us with some other things. We haven't identified that yet, but we thought that, you know, we would include her, and she's going to be working with us in whatever capacity that she can. But we feel really great about that. And you might also be, and what about the prizes, Rhonda? You had indicated last year that you needed prizes. And I don't think
we wanted to see if we can get donations again for, you know, gift cards. So if you can send that out to the regional reps again to see if we can get a few $20 to $50 gift cards, that would be great, because that would that involve, you know, the individuals that actually participated in the fashion show. I thought that was a great reward for them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's great. And then also we would have a kind of a brief announcement too from our executive board. I think that was on the list too. I remember that. And then with the, you had indicated that we would do something about affiliates, but I'm thinking though, we might not want, last year we had distinguished affiliates, and that was based on the work that people have done for those persons like myself, have been here so many years and have seen the work, especially Texas, the work that people have done, and there's been no recognition. So that's why we tried to start something last year. But we had 2 incidents that wasn't, you know, great. And so I'm just saying with my time now, I'm not going to do that. We just recognize all of the affiliates have done a great job, and we'll just say they all are great. You know what I'm saying? And then they, at least they will have a takeaway, you know, which would be the little program booklet that everybody will get. And we're trying to, it depends on how many pages we have, we will try and have enough for other affiliates too, you know, that might not be in a region that would be able to have one. So that's all that I have for tonight. Right now, it is 7:40. And are there any other suggestions or comments or anything for the good for the order that we have not covered?
I think I'm all set now.
Pardon me? I didn't hear you.
I think I'm
I said-
okay as well.
I think I'm okay. Yeah. I'm okay. I'm good too.
I'm good too. Okay. Well, anyway, thank you, Anthony. Thank you so for the work. And then I'll be sending you some information that will be helpful for your state affiliate. And so that means we'll have Georgia added on to the 7 that we have, or the 8 that we have, and we have joy, and that would be in our region. And I think that that's bingo. And I would like to see what other region can top that. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
That'll work.
Okay, Jess. So anyway, have a good evening, and thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.